Hey boys and girls, we have ourselves a Sire M7 5-string bass, and it needs a little love. Buddy had this to another shop evidently, and they replaced the preamp because he wasn't getting enough volume out of the preamp. And he said that the 3 mini switches weren't doing anything. So I plugged it in and wasn't getting a lot of volume. But this is here active. This one here is active, and these two have to do with single coil and humbucking, and in phase and out of phase. Turns out they all worked. Just it wasn't loud enough for him to hear it. So did a little bit of research, and on the back of the Sire preamp there is a small attenuator pot on the preamp. It's fitted with a Phillips head. It was turned halfway down, so I turned it up, and now it sounds like an active bass. Also, the last place it had been, come down here, somebody had either replaced a nut or something, because or found the nut slots deeper. You get up to the D string and it's okay. The G string is buzzing on the first fret. That tells me that they went too far with it. So I'm going to try to pop this off. Hopefully they just filed these down and the nut is in there the way the factory put it in there, because if somebody super glued it in there, that's going to be a problem. So what I need to do is I need to shim the neck, to put a little piece of plastic or walnut shim underneath it, and that should fix that problem. We also have problems with the height of the neck pickup. I can't get this to come any higher using the screw, which means either the foam is a little disintegrated in here or it needs a little bit more foam to lift it. So we'll address that in a minute, but first thing I want to do is get this nut off of here and get a shim under it. So how do you do that? You get your exact zero knife and you come over here and you score along the bottom of the nut. Like I said, hopefully this wasn't a nut that had been replaced, and I hope that whoever did it didn't use super glue, because that would be super difficult to work with. So I got a block of wood, a rag, and hopefully they used wood glue when they did this. A little hammer, rubber end, and we're going to tap it. That do it? Holy smokes! That was just a little tap. Came right out. Good job, guys. Okay, I made my shims. And I'm going to place them in my tray here in the orientation I want them to go in. But the first thing I need to do is tackle these horribly sharp fret ends. because they're gnarly. That's better. That's why I tape it off. There we go. The Fret Guru 2.0 does a great job of this. It's my primary leveling and crowning file, but it also works great on this application. We're doing fret polishing using micro mesh. I'm going 1500, 1800, 2400, 3200, 3600, 4000, 6000, 8000. My fret protector will only go to this fret. I had to tape everything else off because it's not wide enough. So here we go. Fast forward again. Alright, boys and girls, check that out. That is some shiny frets there, I'll tell you what. All the sharp fret ends are gone. No cheese grater stuff. There's a couple little bit of sharp ones here, but your hand isn't touching those, and they're not that bad. So I'm going to let those slide. We'll have some oil expulsion out of here. Because that's what happens. It'll take what it can use and expel the rest. Alright, next problem we have is this pickup. This pickup does not like to raise up at all. So we're going to fix that with a little bit of foam. Hopefully. Yep, dogs go nuts. That ought to do us. A piece there. Another piece. Not quite long enough. Another piece. Here. take a little time and clean off the pickup housing. Alright. We're going to film kind of where we want it. Forward. Alright. And that is tight. Now we can adjust the height. Place the screws. It is important to make the sound effects. At one time the strings were banging off the pickups. That's dirty. Alright, let's see here. Always tighten your bridge down just a little bit, like not crank, but make sure it's snug. All the screws are snug. This bridge has the option of being a string through or top loader. And in this particular configuration, it's top loaded. Alright, so we have our sponge. Let's go ahead and re-string it all up. Alright, boys and girls, we have our strings reinstalled on their posts. And we're going to put some tight bond original in here against the fingerboard. And in the nut slot. Okay. Then I'm going to take my previously assigned shims and install them where they want to go to live forever. Using a toothpick to navigate. That way a little bit. Alright. Now we take a little bit more tight bond. We put it on our shim. Not a lot, just a couple dots. Don't need much. And we'll take our nut. Where's the nut? Oh, there it is. And put it into place. We will have squeeze out, I know that. Also going to get on the strings, we know that. Alright, so take care of the squeeze out. Alright, now lock that. Nut in place, we're going to tighten up the strings. Let's take care of some more of that white, or squeeze out. It's all water based. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to work fast. Okay, there's a little bit of squeeze out here. It really doesn't matter. It's going to dry clear. Let's actually squeeze in. Alright. So we got the nut where we want it. Strings are all in their saddles. Let's go ahead and tighten this up. Alright, let me tune this up to pitch, and that's going to be our clamp for that nut. And I think we're looking pretty good there. Okay, so we are all glued in. There's a little bit of squeeze out right there, but there's a gap there now. The way the nut wanted to sit. No more buzz at the first fret. Alright, so we're going to let that set and dry. We're wanting 20,000. And we have 20,000s. So we have a good string height. I'm going to check the relief on this one. I hope I didn't get anything on my shirt during dinner. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Okay, we got 12,000s, which is where I put it earlier. Our nut is nice and set. I have 20,000s across there. String height at the 17th fret. We want, I would want 6/64 on the B because it's big and floppy. And then we're going to work our way down to a little more than 5, 5, 5, 5. So get the correct bit. And so we are on the fat side of 6. I want to bring that down just a little bit. Also, you want to make sure all of your saddles are level with the base plate of the bridge. So we're 6, a little less than 6, a little more than 5, 5, 5. Let's go ahead and plug it into the noisemaker to make sure we have no buzzy. That's better. Okay, active is definitely louder. So what did we do? We fixed the low nut, adjusted the relief to be 12. It was 24 when I started. Got string height at the 17th going from right on the line of 6/64 to a little less than 6/64 to a little more than 5/64 to 5/64 to 5/64. And it plays quite nice, no buzz, and it's way better than it was when it came in. So if you guys in the Pittsburgh area need your guitar brought up to par, send us an instant message on the Facebooks. Take care of the old folks because they're special. Love your neighbor like you love yourself, and most of all, you have a good rest of your week. I've got 2 fenders to do.